This character is supposed to be, I think, Ecto. I think this reference. Okay, Ecto. I think Ecto Meso. This is fantastic. Like I like how you really pushed this thing. She still feels Ecto Meso. I mean, she feels more meso than Ecto because she's not very slim. I mean, her legs are very thick and stuff. But I mean, it still works, man. At the end of the day, I can see the intent. I can see that you pushed this character really well. Um, so the arms, this part, I think I've talked about this thing before. When nothing wrong with this. Like if you want to indicate your deltoid shape there, like this is not bad. But like it's better you draw this like this, or but doing this sometimes like it can be misleading because you're creating this impression that energy is moving this way and this way, and they're going to cancel themselves out when they meet. So it's better you draw a continuous line to indicate the deltoid here, or you just leave it like this. Maybe you can pull that back this way, but taking it down all the way, I don't know. Or maybe you dial this one back. Like dial, choose which one you want to stress. Like, do you want to stress the one coming from this way, or do you want to stress the one coming from this way? But to stress both of them at the same time, it can be, it gives the impression of energy, like you're losing energy because both of them are going to clash with each other. So yeah, that's what I would say. I like this neck a lot. Like I like how thick her neck is. Yeah, this is cool. This is very cool. Um, for this part of the leg, I mean, it's a style. This can pass as a style as well. So it kind of works.
Hi everyone. My name is Elizabeth Ogoye. I'm a digital illustrator. One thing that this class really did for me was help me see differently. So I've been drawing heads normally, just approach it like steady. But with this class, I was able to see like new ways to draw like the same thing and to like exaggerate things properly. Then also the class on students is also basically on seeing ways to apply like common ideas uncommonly. So that was really nice for me. I got to do that. And also like the painting aspect. It was a bit of a struggle for me and it kind of still is. But being able to do that level of painting, it was definitely like a confidence boost for me to be able to do that. So I do appreciate that in the class. And same for the figures, which I'm still trying to nail. But generally, what this class has done for me is to be able to see differently and to take my time when I'm doing studies. So when I'm doing studies, generally, I'll just do it. But now there is intent and more thought towards it.
This course is now available for purchase on Gumroad. Yeah, I would say maybe bring this thing down a little bit. Yeah, this part works, but the what's it called? The shoulder, sorry, not shoulder, the kneecap. Maybe bring it down a little bit more. Then this one is up here like that. But yeah, generally this works. This is really really cool. I like how you made our feet really small. Like this is also very cool. Okay. Um. Yeah. Then this guy, this one was really cool, man. This one is very, very. You know, the funny thing is that I have all these pictures. Like I know all these models. Okay, not all, but most of them. I have this picture. Like I know this guy. He has a very unique body shape. Like I love the way you stress the endo, and I can see a bit of the muscle there as well, like here with the muscle. Very, very cool. This drawing is really, really cool. And it's also giving me like it's giving me subconscious vibes a bit, because I see the subconsciousness, like how you pushed you push this thing like really far up, and gave him like his eye is just like a dot. Like it's giving a bit of subconscious stuff, which is really cool, man. Very, very cool. I like this one too. This one is very, very nice. Slender. Like you really, really push the slender thing ecto all the way. Uh, yeah, maybe if you give her a little bit of like to indicate, maybe there's maybe one line. I don't know, depending on how you feel. You're the you're the artist at the end of the day. So maybe one line just to indicate like bony structure there or something. Just like a simple line or simple group of lines there to indicate a shoulder blade. Why do I keep saying shoulder blade? Collarbone or clavicle. Then this one is cool. This one is very funny. This is definitely not. What I like about this drawing is that this is absolutely not how I would interpret this guy. I've definitely not interpreting this way, but you interpreted it in a way that's still, that's still interesting. Like really, really interesting. I love what you did with that face, like how you squeezed everything into this small space. This is so cool. This is really good. This looks like the style for a show that can actually be made. Like it's really cool. Cool stuff. Yeah, other thing I'll probably say is maybe simplify. So for example, this line, this the way this line moves is not really it's not it doesn't have a strong intent, like, because I feel like these lines you put here are supposed to indicate the they're supposed to define the rectus abdominis, like the six-pack region. But the way it bends this way, it doesn't work like that. Like the muscle actually forms a thick block this way. So I'm not saying you should put the lines long like this, but I'm saying you should give us the impression that that's where the line is going, because it seems like it's going this way instead of this way. So that's what I would say. I'll say the intent is there, but it's not very clear. Yeah. Is there anything else I see? Yeah, it's still the same thing I was talking about, with the whole line movement that cancels themselves out. Try to, instead of doing this, maybe focus on only this one and then dial this one back. But the two of them are giving, if the two of them are giving prominence, it cancels themselves out. So it's not very appealing when you have two lines coming like almost symmetrically at each other like that. So this one is so good. Like I really like this one a lot. I like how I like how you stressed this one and then just like uh don't like you just like what's the word I'm looking for? You inserted the lower arm inside of the thick mass of the upper arm. Like this is so good. I can see all the shapes. I can see everything working there. Um, yeah, what I'll just say is pay attention. Like for example, the volume of this arm is looking bigger than the volume of this one. I understand that our arms are bent, so obviously to give you a difference, it will be compressed, but just something to pay attention to. Because if you look at the reference, the difference between this and this is not so much. That's what I was trying to say. Like, it shouldn't be too different from each other. What else? What else? Yeah, Ben, this is fantastic. I love what you did with the bots. Like, so good. So good. I think this one will probably start from up here. Yeah, this is a really good drawing. But the feet too. You have to draw her feet. This dude is taking shape. Taking shape real good, man. This is taking fantastic shape right now. I can't wait for this guy to be made, man. I'm thinking about his personality. Let me see. Let me quickly pull that out. So this is the character, the Esson character. He's, I mean, this write-up doesn't have a lot of description of his personality, but he's 55. He kind of looks like Morgan Freeman, according to what I see here. And then tall and lanky, specs with gray hair and beard. So he has like salt and pepper type of gray hair. Yeah, I mean, I think you did justice to it with this. I think you did justice to this one. So, but which one do I think is the strongest in terms of personality and stylization? To be honest, I think it boils down to what your the intent of the production designer, if this was a real project, but for somebody who is old, who is, sorry, no, he's not old, he's 55, he's not that old, but um tall and lanky, which means we should be looking at Ecto. We should be looking at Ecto. So which one, communicates Ecto the most? I think it's probably this one. This one communicates Ecto the most. This one is meso. This one is meso. This one is endo. The little bit of meso. This one is mostly meso. Hi guys. So in the fall of 2025, I got to host an 8-week masterclass titled Ethnic Character Design for Animation, which had a decent number of signups. I got to share a ton of rich information, secrets, industry insights that I used to craft an award-winning character like Noni, Eyes of Wakanda. The sessions were archived and compiled into a digestible course. This course is now available for purchase on Gumroad. So if you are an intermediate level artist seeking to diversify your portfolio to include culturally grounded characters in animation, then this is for you. So yeah, this one has Ecto. Like, this one seems to be the only one with Ecto. So definitely this one, option one. So when you're handing over your assignments from this week for the next week, you have to hand over this one, this particular one. So whoever is going to take your work is going to do like costume on top of this. Like, they're going to do actual costume on this. Yeah, this is fantastic, man. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this work. But if I was going and look at some things, let me see. Maybe maybe pay a little bit of attention to the movements of the legs here. Knee is probably a bit too low, so maybe move that up a bit. from what I see, it looks like he has a longer upper leg and a shorter lower leg, which is still fine. It works, you know. I would say, you know, based on this correction, like corrective sketch I'm doing, maybe before you send this out, maybe you can make some of these corrections, but for the most part, it actually works. I can't wait to see what these characters will look like, you know, by week 8 or week 7. So I didn't really make any much different, like any corrections to this one. I just was trying to, you know, see how it can be more. There's a little bit more finesse with the line work, but the overall shape is still intact. Like I didn't change anything. Yeah, see that thing I was talking about with the previous drawing. So the line actually comes like this. I'm not saying you should do that, because if you do this guy starts to look too muscular, but it's somewhere around this edge and it's straight, like it goes straight down like this, almost like a V shape. Then for the neck too, this this is the sternocleidomastoid muscle. That muscle actually goes down, it doesn't stop. But then again, it's the style, and I mean, these are, it's still going to be like, assuming we are designing for CGI, all these things will still be modeled, you know. So there's no harm. The way you drew it is not, it's not bad at all. But if you gave the impression that, maybe if you indicated with a, like doing your line like this, then they would know that the neck is actually sitting inside of the shoulder girdle. So we'll know that the neck is sitting down inside there like that. But man, I love this character so much. This is so good, man. Well done.